Morning, brothers and sisters. Uh, Even though we have our Thanksgiving tomorrow, I really want to thank true parents and all our ancestors, especially all of you who participated. For True Mother tomorrow in Tombokong, she's preparing for all the leaders that she's going to meet for Thanksgiving. So right now we're going to read the words, True Parents' words. During 2,000 years, what was called Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a moment when we bring our ancestors and we celebrate for them. However, because of the fall, Thanksgiving became something opposite. And also, the cemetery graves were created and all graves were open because all those dead bodies wanted to be resurrected again. That is all because of the fall. And because of the fall, they were really at the death's end, thinking that it's a moment where they were able to be reborn. Beloved brothers and sisters, even though that tomorrow is Thanksgiving, I really wanted to say congratulations for coming. And please look around you and say to each other, 참 잘 오셨습니다. You really did go to come. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. There will be also a bigger sun. So all the people will be going to the village also, or to the different district. They will be able to see it as well. So today's a lot of people who came, but today I really want to talk to all the CARP students for how can CARP students do to serve the person, which is so the main title will be connection. How? I really want to explain all CARP students that disrespecting our parents is really something big it can affect our life of faith. So the holy book, which is called the Bible, is the Bible. However, it's not what God written, but it's something that happened in the past that somebody else has written. And in that path, there's something was really interested. So, and in that part it was written by God. So the 24th, it talks about Myohwa and Joseph when they went to the mountain. You came over here because you want to teach them the words that I've given to you. Over here, the tulpan is really basically just honoring the words that God gives. And this place is really a place which wasn't just a human being written, but it felt like God was writing it. And when you hear the testimony, Moses says that it was really like God was holding his hand and writing this. So these words are not just like something moral that you can keep and you cannot keep. However, we really have to be absolute, believing in true parents' words. However, true parents were asked to prepare 2 reserving places. So the first words was the one that was given from number 1 to number 4 cases. And the second case is right now, which was with all our members, number 1 to 13. So these words actually, it talks about true parents' connection. And all these words also are not just the words that were given between human beings. We was the one to really worship God. Fighting with our parents is really not something that God wanted us to do. God always wanted us to respect our parents. So parents, it's not because like it said parents that everybody are really full mature. Parents are also like cats. They're just like human beings who's really a lot curious also. And also they are able to get hurt when as children are not able to respect them. So I really want to ask, why does children really disrespect their children? First, is it because maybe sometimes when you look at your parents, that parents doesn't reflect God or heavenly parents? So the true Father says that as a blessed family, all the blessed children has to really be connected to Him. So, God, true Father, whenever God called Him, He always said yes. So people like us should not even dare to like respond or to say something. That is why in Korea also there's this whole thing, this old tradition that they call, people says that they save a lot of money, a lot of different things, because when there is a commemorate for their ancestors, they can be able to really offer it freely. That is why people, when they really dare to practice or to really visit their dead parents, they bring a lot of things because they really want to serve their parents. So things I've seen shouldn't be things that really people should be just really thinking really easy about. When we are all faithful, respectful, and thankful, we are able to really bring true parents into life. And when you don't even, when you say yes with looking or with reservation, everything is a lie. That is why we have to be sincere. His blood type is A, and he was born in Quebec. He was educated in North Korea, and right now he's in South Korea in Seoul. So having parents, when he looks at him, he always needed him the way he is, but he did not need what he was born or what his background was in order to need him. There's a lot of us who's really living in our different lives, and people the things that God needs Him, God's already remembering them. We really have to be part of true parents. We need to become the ones that God wants to look for. And there's also one of the second gen that says, why am I born a second gen? Because if I wasn't born a second gen, I would be able to be free to also go out with girlfriend and boyfriends and do what I want. However, because I'm born at second gen, I have a lot of things to follow. I wish I was not born a second gen. However, that's a lie. Because to that small person, to that second gen really needed him, needed somebody to recognize all his efforts. And there's a lot of people, because people really think that their life is really precious, they cannot decide it. They cannot decide the way they want. However, we should become the partner, the parents that really can bring joy to true parents again. So, as an example, we need to become the ones that offers love to God. Third, also, the reason why are we disrespectful to our parents is because we have been educated from our parents. This was when I was a pastor in Pyeongchang. They're one of the leaders who says, that leader, before even changing, he said that we need to become the ones that bring back joy to God. And what he says was, whenever he was really having a hard time to even eat, to have breakfast, he went to each market, steal food, so then he can give at least a little bit to his children. And because of that, he really felt guilty on everything he did, because he went there to steal things. And right now, before he goes to heaven, to the spiritual world, he really wanted to say sorry to his children. When his children heard that, they really shed on tears. And the children were really feeling sorry. And they also said, I'm really sorry for not being able to respect you well. Beloved brothers and sisters, especially CARP members, youth, today on this day, I'm sure that your parents have done a lot for you, conditions, whether it's exterior or internal, for your entry in university. I'm sure that your fathers must have been guilty for a lot of different things. I'm sure that your parents had to give up their confidence, had to give up their personal thinking just because of you. They had to lie for you. And whenever they had to lie for you, but because of our attitude, there's some parents who's really having a hard time for that. But because of that, it doesn't mean that we as CARP students should go there and really pressure our parents. No. We really have to respect them. We really have to go out there, earn money, and really make our parents live much, much more easier, so that our parents can be free from all the lacking of confidence. Fourth, why the second gen has to respect their parents is because they were the one give them birth. There are some people who think that God is fair. But however, the condition that they're having, he really thought that God was no and fair. But because of all the things that happened to him, he would say, there's nobody who's fair except for God. Because God gives you the result of what you've taken. If God were not alive, it would have been really difficult for us to be really here. However, because God is alive, we are able to really record what we've gave. So that is why if we do not respect our parents, it will be really hard. That is why respecting our parents is something that we really need to do. And as last, I really want to tell you that our parents have done a lot of things that we don't even realize. They've done everything. And they've earned everything as well. However, no matter how genius you are, as a small person, there's things that you cannot do. No matter how genius you are, until you get older, it's impossible for you to become a writer. Have you ever heard a writer who's a teenager? It's impossible because a writer is a person who writes things that he's done in his life. So you have to be more older to be able to write what you've did. So even if you're young but you start to write, you can write. Yeah, that's true. You can write because you're genius. But you will not be able to make people be moved by your words. Because everything has to be true. That is why true fathers wore the crown of glory. Because he was a person who was really connected with God. Why did true parents did not go to heaven? And why did true father had to go there convincing people? Well, Jesus also did the same. He went there. He spoke to all the Jerusalem people. He explained them the words. He explained them why God. He explained them why God existed. Why God had made us this way. And that was only when he was 12. That is why people did not believe him, because he was only 12 and he was really young. So young people in this world, there's a lot of young children, young youth kids that think that they can do everything in the world. However, they cannot walk above their parents because the parents have walked this path before them. And it's really a weight that they cannot handle except if they are your parents. It's something that we cannot explain, we cannot say, we cannot make them feel. The only thing is we only have to see and respect our parents. I'm going to tell you about one story. Before I became 10, children said to their parents that they were able to do everything because they were a Superman. However, when they became teenager, they realized that it was something impossible. And they realized that their father also didn't know lots of things. And it was really somebody trashy. And when they became 20, they realized that their father were not in the same line. When they became 30 and 40, they realized that what true parents says is really true. When he became 40, he realized that all the words that true father said really stays in our ears, really stays in our mind. And when he became 50, he started to think of the resolution the true father took. And he concluded that true parents' words are all truth. However, on that moment, as a child who's grown to become a 50-year-old, they were not his parents beside him anymore. Beloved brothers and sisters, our parents have lived this word before us, and they have felt, holding all the weight, all the disturbation which was done in this word. But I really want you to be able to respect all this weight, because parents have gone through all this. Next week, we will not have a church because we are going to move to Champion, because True Mother has called us for a special 2-day workshop. Of course, in the global regional, there's 400 members from Chambokung who's supposed to participate. I really want that, even though there's more people that goes, or even though there's less people that goes, I really want all of us can be able to open our heart and really go to understand our true parents. Until the end of August, we had a participation. We had a ceremony for True Fathers Sangwa. And because of that, in Chambokung, in Chongsimwon also, there were prayers for that. That is why True Mother and all great leaders call all other leaders from other districts to have a workshop so that we can all be connected with true parents. Why did true parents had to call all members, all leaders, to make them do a workshop and tell them to leave, empty yourself, and really decide yourself? Why do you think that true parents had to do that? Why do they always have to keep on telling us to do these kind of things, conditions? It's because true parents want us to become one. It's because true parents, we do not have much time with true parents. True parents are already feeling it. True mother is already feeling it, that there's no much time with her. That is why she wants to believe us again. She wants to give us again another opportunity. She really wants us to come back to our sense and really to worship them. We really have to be the one that follows true parents absolutely. Today, True Fathers says that 2,000 years ago, they were God's ancestors. And there were in history that our ancestor went to death, and we were able to celebrate their grave. The True Father says that the grave was created because of the fall. Today, all our Chambokung members have the grave of their parents, right? I really want all of you that really live a life of clearness so that we don't have to pay any indemnity. And True Father said that He's given us the word, Titgil, so the path, the book of the path, so then that we can have less indemnity to take. so that we can be able to also to free our ancestors. True Father when he was in earth, if there was something, he's going to do it together with the ancestors. True parents, when they were living on earth during Chuseok, he always thought of liberating all ancestors during Chuseok. And that is because God has allowed us to do so. 62,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, with all the ancestors who've lived connected to each of us, we really want to liberate them. And Chuseok was a time when True Father always wanted to liberate them. He always told us to wear glasses, but we were not able to become faithful children. I really hope that today's word can really change us. Starting from tomorrow, True Mother will go and have a special hundoke at True Father's grave. And also we're going to have a special festival in Champyeong. All leaders, all blessed families are invited. And all the members, CARB students are invited, of course. And I really want to say thank you, and thank you again to all members. So when you talk about the grave, who do you think are inside? It's our ancestor. True Father's finished. He finished everything. But we are the one who supposed to end it. We are the one who has to open our ancestors' grave. We love families. True parents, during the lifetime over here, what they've said, which is really important, is be restored with the Messiah. To be really resurrected. And the resurrection is only able when true parents are on earth. And now the True Father is really a forever, absolute spirit. I'm sure the True Mother also do not have much time. And also what True Father says. I just wanted to tell you that while true parents are on earth, I really want you to liberate your ancestors and bless them. Beloved brothers and sisters. And also, second, please do not think that this Chuseok is just something that comes every year. I really pray that all of you, when you go meet your parents, that you can think of them as the behalf of true parents, the one who have given birth to me, and respect them. And really, please be the one that can hold on the cross for your parents. Even though if it's for one day, please be really grateful to your parents. And please really say thank you sincerely to your parents. And this will be the end, so please all rise up. We're going to sing together.
나면서 이미 죽은 몸 한숨에 흥만 못한 것을 버리지 아니하시고 죄악의 삿을 끊으신 후 죽은 나를 살리시고 어루만져 기르시며 피땀 흘리며 다 이루신 그 말씀 내 마음에 새기리다. 철없이 따라 나선 몸 발자취 따라가는 몸이 미쳐서 쓰러지면은 날 돌아보고 부르시네. 멀고 먼저 가시밭길 피로 물들인 험한 그 길 나는 맹세코 가오리다. 아버님 가시는 그곳까지 깊은 잠 깨어 나니 몸 참뜻을 찾아 얻은 몸이 안신들어이 맘 놓으리. 희망은 오직 일편단심 뜻을 위해 나는 살고 뜻을 위해 또 죽으리. 승리의 날이 오기까지 뜻만을 위해 싸우리다.
Beloved heaven parents, true parents, ask you being faithful to you is really not something that's wasting your time. The time that we're supposed to remember, think of you is really not something that's a waste of time. Even when we were not being faithful enough for giving birth to us, for worrying about each of us, for giving your whole life to us. that's exactly protecting us again as once. Today, I'm sure that we're going to meet our beloved parents in earth. And I really want to say thank you again for the life, the love, and the forever love that you've given us. I really want us to be the one that can earn the love and really be the one that can respect you for everything you've given us. And as today, I'd like to pray and offer everything to our ancestors so that they can be liberated and blessed again. I would love to say thank you again for everything. During this 1 week, 1 year, 1 month, that all our ancestors, members, blessed members, families who've worked hard, we really want to say thank you again. And we really want them to be again grateful for themselves. And what happened today in church, we really want to say thank you. And I want all of us to be really respectful, to love our descendants. And I really pray that we can all be together forever, centered on you as me, blessed family, Kim Sin Han, leader of Chambokung Church, Andrew. Now I will please be seated and give an individual prayer.